Hi everybody, this is Angelo Quinones and you reach I Ministries. I Ministries is designed to give you dependable and accurate answers that come straight from God's holy and inspired word, the Bible. Habiblos by the way post bai. That means how's it going in modern Greek, and that's just the deal because we cover modern Greek and biblical Greek and modern Hebrew and biblical Hebrew. Okay, so that's just the deal. And this video really has to do with my status with Riza. And the wonderful thing about YouTube that when it reaches a certain amount of wonderful subscriptions, and I call them wonderful subscriptions because you guys, especially if you're Christian people, your family, but for everybody in a whole, um, you know, as a whole, okay, yeah, that's just the deal. Forgetting my English here in the Philippines, and it's every subscription is gold. Okay, we're all in it together, here to learn together how to testify of the grace and power of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And so the wonderful thing is that when you have the subscriptions go up a certain amount, well, if you lose one or two or three subscriptions, it's not a great big deal. It's a loss, and to me, it's really the loss of the subscriber. And it's a loss for me also. A big loss. Yeah, every subscription is gold to me, But really, when you feel it, it doesn't feel as bad. I'm trying to say is that when you lose a subscription, when you have like 5 subscriptions, like in the beginning of the year, I had like 5 subscriptions. So if you lost one, they said like Obed would get mad at me or something like that, or Denise or whatever the case may be, or even Atian, or whoever, I don't care who, will get mad at me, right? And so it will go down to 5, right? Or maybe even 4. Well, if you do that now, okay, let's say somebody gets mad at me and comes back later, but if they get mad at me, well, it was up to 77 subscriptions yesterday, and now it's 76. So, what's the big deal? It's almost the same thing. But when you're trying to get subscriptions, when it's like 5 subscriptions or 6 subscriptions deep, and then you lose one and go down to 5 or maybe even down to 3, well, I mean, you feel it a lot. So, I mean, thank God that the channel has been growing a lot lately. I don't know why. I can't explain that. I have some ideas why, but so that's just the deal. Now, the status of me and Risa is she's no longer here, and maybe that's what when people subscribe and then they look at those videos. Even though I don't really those I have them titled, but I haven't had Anastasis studies titled and billboarded yet, or whatever you want to call it. Thumbnail. I haven't thumbnailed them yet. About like I don't know, 30 or 20 videos. I have to do that. I don't want to do that now because then I don't know which ones are the new ones. So I just want to leave it as I might put Anastasis on it, and then I might put the thumbnail later to identify it. Oh, these are the ones that I have to upload, yeah, because they're not thumbnailed yet. And or these are the ones not that I have to upload, but these are the ones that I have to put on my playlist that has to do with Anastasis, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So the status of and let me just bring you to my picture here just so you could just see me a little bit more bigger. The status is that, of course we're going to get the divorce or separation, and maybe that's what ticks some people off. Well, Angelo, I don't like you talking about personal issues. I don't like you talking about your wife. Yeah, but this is the problem though. I'm not accountable to myself. I'm accountable first to God and then to you and my neighbors around here where I live and my family. Okay, because if I get married in the future again and you see me with another person, well, you have every right to know who that person is. Okay, that's my second wife, in the future, called whomever, you know what I mean? One whomever, by the way. So you have every right to know, who's this I'm talking to about. Because you had me talking about, videos of Riza and pictures of Riza and stuff like that, and then you see another person. Well, what's this? So that's very key to me. I'm not, I don't live on an island. I'm accountable to you guys. Okay, So that's just the deal. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get a separation or divorce. Now, divorce was passed in the House of Representatives. They copy everything from the United States over here. In the Philippines of America. Be careful when you copy everything, though. So I think that I don't know that the video was about like 3 months old. The guy who said that. So I don't know if it passed the Senate yet. That's the problem. Did it pass the Senate? Is it in vogue now? Okay, I mean, if it didn't pass the Senate, it's waiting to be passed in the Senate, and they might have to wait to get the votes to pass it. Okay, some people are traditionalists; they don't want divorce in the Philippines. There's only 2 countries in the world, okay, that don't have divorce, and the Philippines is one of them, and I forgot the other one. You know, so I mean, everybody has divorce. I mean, does it make divorce something that God loves? No, but God knows it's necessary to have divorce in certain instances. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 says, if the unbeliever departs, let him depart. A brother or sister is not bound in such a case, but God has called us to peace. That means I'm not bound to my wife if she leaves me. You understand what I'm saying? And that means that a wife is not bound to her husband, okay, if he leaves. Okay, there are very limited exceptions of divorce in the Bible. Very limited. Okay, very limited options of being married again. Very limited. Death is obviously one. A fornication, which encumbers adultery. Okay, read Matthew chapter 19. But it's very limited. It's very limited a set of things that you could use. Now but the Philippines. When the Philippines passed in divorce in the House of Representatives, well, it's much more than that, though. See, that's the thing. It's much more than. I mean, you can be in jail for 6 years. Your spouse can be in jail for 6 years. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And you can divorce your spouse on that grounds. Maybe a person doesn't want to wait all the way to 6 years. You understand what I'm saying? What if he doesn't behave good? What if she doesn't behave good? I don't know if it also covers a woman being in jail. It should, just to be fair. But what if he doesn't behave good? Then they'll give him another 6 years or something like that, or whatever it goes. I don't know how it goes. Was that 12 years? So maybe somebody doesn't want to wait for 12 years or 7 years or whatever. So and then some other issues. There's other caveats in the divorce bill that the Bible doesn't have. Okay, but it's legal in the state. So does that bring up the umbrella of Romans chapter 13? Okay, you must obey the laws of the state. You understand what I'm saying? From verses 1 to 7 in that chapter. Well, I mean, that's the thing that the Christian has to wrestle with. I know that we have very limited options, and I'm using one of those options of desertion, number 1, and adultery, number 2, or whatever the case may be, whatever comes first. So basically, she's not here. She's living in her mother's house, and she comes here to cook for the baby. Even though, thank God, the other day I learned how to cook for the baby the plain food powder mix. That's very, very important to me because that was the last thing that I needed to learn in order to feed my special child. I thought that was her at the door. You understand what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the store to open, by the way, so I can get some things. It's early in the morning here. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines, which is 6 o'clock in the night over there in the United States of America, Washington time, 6:05 a.m. to be exact. You understand? Let me see here. Okay. So, she stole my phone the other day. Okay. She stole my phone. She stole my phone and hacked it. Now, that doesn't fall under the parameters of, I don't think like theft. Somebody's, kleptomaniac. I'm not saying that she is. She doesn't have that title. But one of my cousins did in the United States of America. I mean, you couldn't invite him in your house. Papo. Couldn't invite the guy in your house. He'll steal a movie from you and put it under his coat or something. You understand what I'm saying? Kleptomania. That's a disease. She did it to pay a bill. But you don't do that. You don't steal from anyone, especially a spouse, that's trustingly by you. You know what I mean? Just to use a little bit of Proverbs. But that's the status. That's the status, and I'm waiting for the Senate to pass it and the president to sign it, or just maybe it's out there signed. I have to find out. I have to do my due diligence because I want the separation or divorce in I want to do that next year, God willing. You know what I mean? So that's just the deal. God hates divorce. He hates unlawful divorce. I think he hates it altogether, but he knows it's necessary. He hates a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things are necessary to do. Okay, so I got to give you a whole list of things that God doesn't like. Okay, but he understands that it has to happen. He didn't like when Paul and Barnabas were fighting. That's one of the things he doesn't like. There you go. Proverbs, fighting amongst brothers. But it was necessary for Paul to go his way and to Barnabas to go his way. Paul didn't see it right to bring Mark with him. Okay. Later he would, and bring Mark, for the ministry like that. But not at that time. During chapter 15 of the Acts of the Apostles, Praxis Apostolum, the Acts of the Apostles. So he hates, fighting amongst brothers. Yeah, but sometimes fighting among brothers is needful. That's the thing, It's not needful to sin, okay, to outright sin, but I'm not talking about that. But if there are parameters to get a divorce or separation, well, I mean, that's one of the things that God gave for us to pick, meaning the options, the caveats that are there, that are laid out in the Bible. Well, then you have to take those, okay, because life has to go on. Okay, so that's just the deal. And those are very limited options, like I said before. So I'm just waiting for that. That's the way it is, and I'm waiting for that. For divorce to come up, because the separation route, you need to pay a lawyer. Now, I don't know if you need to pay. You have to put it to the courts anyway, or maybe you have to pay. Maybe you have to. I think you have to just file, and it might be a fee for that. Ain't gonna be paying for just an outright lawyer to get to get an outright separation, which means divorce, by the way. What does separation mean? Well, it's the exclamation of divorce. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you do have divorce here in the Philippines already. You can get a separation. You can get an annulment. Also, that's separate. You have to prove that the person is a lunatic, basically. To get one. But separation, you could file, but I think you have to do it via, and I'm not sure about this, via a lawyer. So I have to ask because you can only wait for a divorce so far to come in the Philippines. It's like waiting for fool's gold. It might not come. It might not be passed in the Senate if it's not passed already. And the president will sign it. If I think now I have to see his opinion on it. And the thing about the presidency, well, the president is there for like 6 years. So I think he used one of his years up already, if not 2. So he has at least 5 or 4 to go. And if he doesn't want it, well, you're gonna have to wait 5 or 4 stinking years to get one. Okay, and I don't know how long a bill passes. So just because it passed in the House, it doesn't mean it's going to remain there forever. It could be a limited time of 1 year. Okay, just if they copy the United States. So that's not going to be along forever. And then you have to pass it again with a new House count or whatever the case may be. You understand? So I'm gonna have to see where that is. The status of, speaking about status, I have to see the status of divorcing in the Philippines, and then the Senate has to sign it, though. That's the problem. The Senate has to sign it, and we don't know if there's numbers enough for it to pass in the Senate. You understand what I mean? So that's basically it. Money wise, I think the divorce route is much more cheaper than the separation route. You understand? Annulment is like the marriage didn't even happen. I mean, that's just like the marriage didn't even happen altogether. Like, so but you have to prove that the person's unstable mentally or something like that. And my wife jokingly said, "Well, yeah, I can easily prove that. I could just walk outside nude, and then you can prove it like that." Yeah. Okay. See. All right. Okay. So that's just the deal. And that's really it to the. That's really about it to report. I mean, basically, I'm over here with two kids. Basically, um, the entire day, you know, um, I'm what you call a pensioner here in the Philippines. And you know, so she's working because I told her she has to do something with her life. I mean, she has to help also. Yeah, I got my income from the United States of America. I mean, what she got? So she has to work. She has to work also and help out and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad that she's been doing that. It kind of forces her to do that. Because her father is not there, her mother's not there, and it kind of forces her to go out and get a little tiny job on the side and stuff like that. Some if you want to call it a manufacturing job or whatever you want to call these little tiny jobs that you get only like $7 a day for. You know what I'm saying? But at least it's something. It's better than just going around and talking about people door to door and stuff like that and not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Basically, that's it. Am I gonna get to know someone now? No, no, no. I'm very strict about that. I mean, being in a serious relationship, I should say. You know what I'm saying? You know, it doesn't mean that you can't have a friend, that you can't speak to someone. You know, you know what I mean, and get to know somebody like that, and like that, and when you're out of this divorce, when you have the divorce, already, and so or the separation, already to be filed and stuff like that, where you already know somebody getting into the picture, you know, the new picture. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that could be an option, but that's not happening now. You know, so that's how it's going. I got Anna Debate, a special child, excuse me. I have Sean Donnelly, a normal child, but he's a pain in the neck. So I have my hands full. Over here. I don't go out. Basically, I only go out, a handful of times a month. And because I have a special child, and now I'm taking care of basically another child, because there's no help here because everybody is out doing something. My father-in-law and mother-in-law are visiting a son that lives 6 hours away. The kids that could take care of Sean are not here. They're with their grandmother. So I'm basically in it for the ride for a little while. And my wife is planning to go to Cebu to work to get a better job, but that's in December. Not now. So that's what she wants to do. I want to buy these walkie-talkies because I'm really sick and tired of trying to find out where she is sometimes. Okay, she's working fine, but when she's not working and stuff like that, or even when she's working, I could try to call her to come here because I have a special child, so I need walkie-talkies, and I got these Baofeng walkie-talkies set up in Shopee. Baofeng. I wish I could just type it out. Baofeng over here. Let me see. Baofeng. B-A-U. I don't have my glasses, so Baofeng FNG, something like that. I don't know. FNG. And it's 8888. Wait. 888S. We got these I think it's gonna go to Shopee now or something like that. I think it's Shopee. And I think I have these in my Shopee cart. It's a Shopee cart though. The picture's not coming up now. I could go to my cart also though. But these are the walkie-talkies that I'm going to buy, God willing, next year, and they're very good, very nice range, you know, and very cheap. It's like about like 700. It's like 800 peso. 800 peso is practically, $20. Either really has a very very good report. Has a very good report. These walkie-talkies, so I'm gonna get them, so it can make my life easier. With Riza, I could contact her much more easier than, she her cell phone. She had to give it to somebody unless she hacked it also. The one that I bought her, she had to give it to somebody because she broke somebody's phone by mistake. Do I buy it? No, she probably sold it, and she says, no, I had to give it to Kathy because the thing is, I stepped on Kathy's phone. No, she probably did the same thing. That's why I'm not going to buy her anything for Christmas, basically. I have these lined up. I'm going to get two of them, one for me and one for her, so that way we could contact each other about our child. If I need something, I could contact her much more easier. So that's gonna be coming, God willing. Next, what is this? Let's see. Next, I'm gonna be receiving those next month. I want to order those. So that's just the deal. So basically, I want to thank you for the subscriptions. It did go up to 77, now down to 76, and probably be a 77 today, sometime today, because the subscriptions are really coming in every day. So it's not like this channel is growing, and that's to me, 280 followers, a million, that is, doesn't impress me when you're popular. It doesn't impress me at all, whatsoever. You got Kamala Harris, which I which I hope wins the election. She just got endorsed by Taylor Swift, so she has 280 million followers. Big deal. You're the most popular singer on the planet. You're supposed to get that. Okay, you're supposed to get that. You're not supposed to be at 76 followers. You understand what I'm saying? When really nobody knows who you are except for the inner circle of me going against Jehovah's Witnesses, okay, and you're not supposed to get that number. You're not supposed to get that number as a Christian anyway, because not everybody loves Christian material. So when you get something, and I'm not Charles Stanley. So I mean, I'm not Billy Graham. I'm not one of these mega stars, if you will, in the Christian walk. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm happy with the numbers I'm getting, and when I start uploading videos that are not my own and are my own, like people like Walter Martin and people like that, some good preachers, and whatever the case may be, and some secular things, and you want to use some worms to bring people in like bait, then you reel them in and stuff like that to the channel. So you want to put some secular things in there, like Star Trek or whatever the case may be. Whatever I have in my files, I could just put in there and as worms, and people could subscribe that way. You know what I'm saying? So that the subscriptions are going to be, let's say in the next 5 years, the subscription is, they're gonna be pouring in, and I'm gonna have at least 1,000 subscribers, God willing, at least 1,000. I have 3,000 in my other channel, so I have 3,000 in my other channel, which is this one, and then you see Angelo ANGEL. Oops, I better move that. LOKYKY. Now I think I did that wrong. Let me see. Angelo. Yeah. I wrote that wrong. At KU. I better put that back. KY. I think I did KU. And so you got Kiki over there, Angelo Kiki Quinones. So Angela Kiki here. Let me see. I think this up with this one. Maybe I could see the other channel. Let me see. That's my new one though. Okay, so I got this one.
Main text.
Okay, this is the one that I'm talking about. This is a very successful channel. I have a video of 19,000 views. This one has almost 3,300 subscribers. So to me, as an unknown, this is more impressive than getting 280 million or whoever. I don't care what star it is. It's not necessarily her, you know. And so that's just the deal, you know. I only have about 185 videos here. Well, in the new channel, I got 1,400 videos. Okay, so that's just the deal. And I already got a video that has 2,000 views. Me and my son in a bumper car, and then my daughter has 10,000 views in the other one that I just showed you. You know, before this one, 10,000 views. You know, and the video is called "Let It Go." You know, so that's just the deal. I'll keep this picture of me on the. That's just a deal, you know. So get it back. So that's just the deal. So I just wanted to thank you about that. Tell you the status of my wife. Basically, she's not here. She's in her mother's house. And basically, I can't trust her on two fronts anymore. I can't trust her relationship-wise because she cheated on Facebook against me. You know, she cheated with somebody. I caught that. And then she just sold my phone. So the only reason she, you know, and I have my phone back because I'm using it. And the only reason that I let her come back here is, you know, for the kids, to pick up Sean, to drop off Sean. After that, I don't need anything. Anything that she does for Sean is a bonus because I already know how to take care of Sean, my son. He doesn't like that food, you know, so I give him other things. Before I go, because I need to go to the store. But Anna, she's a special child. So, I mean, you know, she used to give the medicine, but I give the medicine now. You know, you know, the cup is the key. You know, the measurement, the medicine comes with, is a little tiny cup that you measure it and you get the right amount. You know, I'm not giving any advice or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I do, me, Angelo, with my special child. You know, no advice given here. And and the thing is that so I know how to do that. I change her. I know how to give her. I know how to make the food now, and I know how to make the milk for a long time, and I know how to dress her. And taking her a bath, that's the only thing that you need help because she's big. She's 5 years old, you know, so she's big. You know, you need to have somebody because she doesn't like taking a bath, so she screams and yells something horrible. And so you really need two people to take her a bath. You need one person to hold her, that's me, and then my wife comes and bathes her, you know. So basically, that's what I need for Anna, and that's it, though. That's basically it, because she wants to be with her father anyway, you know. So that's me. So I mean, you know, so that's just the deal. But she cooks for her food, and me learning about how to do it has to do basically when she's not here, when she's no longer here. You know, she's in Cebu, and whatever the case may be, or you know, like if I have problems with Riza, or she's in a hospital, God forbid, or something like that, then I have to, you know, I have to learn how to cook for my baby. I can't depend on asking for somebody to come over here and cook for Anna. I'm responsible. I'm a father. I'm the father of her, and so I'm her father. And so I have to learn. I had to learn how to do it, and I did. You know, basically that's it. With what's going on major in my life right now, that I want everybody to know. And I just wanted to thank you so much. This is Angelo Quinones giving glory to the God of Israel. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And that means that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were very much alive at the time that Jesus said those words. That'll be my status for now, for actually this year. Unless as a Christmas bonus, is that what I'm saying? Divorce comes to the Philippines and I can file this year. That would be amazing because it's only September 15th here. So I mean, if that could be done, in the next upcoming months, that could be in vogue here, that could be in play here in the Philippines. Let's say if it comes September, October, November, December, or even January and February. Well, that speeds up things for me tremendously. Instead of waiting for me to have the money for to pay a separation, uh, to pay for the separation, including lawyer fees and stuff like that. I mean, that could be just a tremendous, tremendous encouragement to me that I can get on with my life and quickly. You know, I don't want to wait. My age is not to such a degree that I have time to wait. Like that. I don't have any time to lose. I have to be careful with my second marriage. Because just like I said in another video, just because we have some caveats in Christianity doesn't mean that we make a habit of them. Like I told Greg Constantante when he was asking me, advice if he can get married again, and I said yes under the umbrella of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. If your wife departed, let her depart, and you can get remarried again. You're not bound to her. It says it very clearly. Brother or sister is not bound in such a case. It's not bound in such a case. Well, it's not bound to the person. It's not bound to the spouse. But I said, don't make a habit of it. What happens if the second person is like Riza? All of a sudden changes, stuff like that. That's the same stuff. Then what? I'm gonna divorce her and get married the third time? No, it ends with the second one. Because we don't want to give the appearance of evil as a Christian person. So I mean, the second marriage is just for me. I'm not gonna be like people in Hollywood that they have problems and stuff like that and get all these marriages, divorce and marriages and stuff like that, remarriages. You know what I mean? Some people are married like for the sixth time, for God's sakes. I wonder what's the record in the world. I could Google it up. It's like Googling how many kids somebody had. It's like the record of 69 kids that this woman had. 69 kids. So I mean, 60. I don't know how she did it. It must have been a whole bunch of strings of quintuplets or triplets or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? Add in there maybe a quintuplet. So just to square it up to almost 70. I don't know how that happened, man. It doesn't say adopted kids. Well, anyway, check out the Harris and Trump debate. Very good debate. Actually, she won the debate hands down. She destroyed him in the debate, baited him, talking about bait, but baited him with crowd volume and stuff like that, and other things, other little worms that she put on the hook, and she reeled them in, and she did it in a nice way. Kamala Harris, she did it in a nice way. It's just amazing. She didn't need to yell. She's a former prosecutor, so she didn't need to yell and all of this stuff or whatever the case may be. And she just reeled them in. I have to go because I want to go before my kids wake up. The store is right here anyway. Even though I'm gonna be leaving them alone, it's like about 20 feet away. Because over here you have stores in your home. You can have a store in your house. It's not really a professional store. So there's several stores like that. We had a store like that in our home. Hung up some things to sell, some juice, some milk, some tea, whatever, some food. You know what I mean? So like bread and whatever the case may be. We were selling a lot of stuff. I don't know if I want to get into that because she's not here anymore. That's the only problem. I saw some cash registers in Shopee that are really nice for that. They separate the money since I can't see that well. Put the 20s with the 20s, the hundreds with the hundreds, meaning pesos. That is the 50s with the 50s. That you don't need to put 1,000 there. You don't even need to put 500 though. You're not gonna get bills like that. To change like 1,000. If somebody says, "Well, Angelo, do you have 1,000 and change for 1,000 pesos?" I'm gonna say no. I need that for me. You understand? So anyway, put the 5 pesos with the 5 pesos, put the 10 pesos with the 10 pesos, like that. Put the pesos with the pesos. Just separate everything. It's a nice it's a professional cash register, but that's about like $200. I don't really need that. You just need a little cash register with a key in it, and off you are to the races. But I don't know if I want to do that though. But the thing about having a store in your house, you always have. You always have. If you're low on coffee, you could just pick it from the tree. the coffee, from the window. Just pick your own coffee that you're selling and drink that. So it's always, but the supplies, to buy the supplies and stuff like that, that's another thing. I don't want to get into that, buying supplies. And like I said, she's not here anyway. So I'm going to have to be, dealing with the kids and then worrying about people going to the window and buying things and everything like that, and going back and forth and cleaning. And I don't know about that, but it's a good idea. Maybe, it's a good idea. That's it, guys. This is Angelo Quinones. Take care. The next thing about Riza will probably be will probably be next year. If they do have divorce in vogue in place this year before the 2024 year is over, then of course I'm gonna. And when I file or something like that, then I'm gonna do that. And then I'll give you a video. But as for now, that's it. That's it with the videos and stuff. You already know what went on. There's a lot of videos on this channel. I'm gonna make a Angelo Quinones and Riza, a folder. I have like about maybe who knows how many things I have on Riza and me, so it's a lot of stuff. So probably it's going to reach up to 50. I'm going to have a folder like that, so it's easy to find. And again, I'm accountable to you guys. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for Lord knows I'm not doing it for subscribers. Okay, Lord knows I'm not doing it for subscribers. Lord knows. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just a deal. I mean, I'm not doing it for subscribers, though, man. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice if somebody would have subscribed while I was talking all this time. Sometimes they subscribe right. Like the other day, I had a subscription coming in. I think it was like maybe to 70 or something like that. It was kind of nice live and that happening and stuff like that. But no doubt that it will be back to 77 and stuff like that. And that's the wonderful thing about having a lot of subscribers, compared to what I had before in January, because it doesn't really affect you emotionally. It doesn't really affect you emotionally. Like, oh, you have 3 subscribers and now it's down to 2, or 6 subscribers now it's down to 5. No, it's not like that at all. Like the song says, let it be. You understand what I'm saying? Take care, guys. Bye-bye now. Bye.